How's it going, guys? Today we're going to check out the other infantry, new infantry presented in Call of Dragons, and this is Lei Kuan, Thunder God. Imagine Thunder God. Now, obviously, from first look, it's like looking very angry. And here is the thing with the heroes in Call of Dragons. Look at this bad boy, huge body, small head, and if we check Lilia, big head, small body. I don't know why is this thing, but it is what it is. I'm going to check it out, his spell. We're seeing here something that we didn't see from long time. For example, Mogor is a garrison. If I check Goresh is having the rally. So I really don't know what kind of spells he's going to have, but I'm definitely interested. Also, he's having the tank talent tree, which is giving some extra survivability, and maybe it's going to be a great combination with the other new hero, which is Kuma. And here's the thing with Call of Dragons, just the heroes there are builded together, you know. When the two new heroes come, the majority of the cases, this is the best heroes, I would say the best synergy heroes. There is a different scenario where you can, for example, match Goresh with Magroth for a garrison or something like this, or Mogro with Goresh and stuff like this. You know, there is some switching. And also from the mage point of view, Mu Thea, for example, Mu season 2, Thea season 1, and etc. It's just but still, the two new heroes most of the times are having great synergy. So let's check it out, Lei Kuan. First thing, yeah, as I mentioned, Rally is making huge impression for me, since, you know, the other hero, which is Kuma, is having a PvP. So I'm not quite sure how much to expect, or maybe this is going to be the new Rally meta. Definitely need some reports to be shown. Again, I'm just backing from vacation, and the new heroes already coming, Call of Dragons. I don't have any kind of reports. This is just the first impression from my side over these two new heroes. So I'm going to start obviously with the rage skill, which is heals diffused. Okay, we're going to have AoE here, I guess. Diffused physical damage to the target legion and early legion. Now here, okay. Damage factor 700, skills with infantry HP bonus. So this is scaling up with infantry HP bonus. And if you see what Kuma is having, this is why I'm talking about the synergy. Kuma is draining the enemy HP and the nearly enemy legions and getting some extra healing. So the drain can boost up to 50%. So I think the majority of the people start seeing the synergy between Lei Kuan and Kuma. So it's going to be interesting. What else? 3 legion total, so it can be up to 3 legions. The damage factor can go 1.5k. Now we have this guy, Danfel, which is maybe one of the not many heroes that is doing some damage as an infantry. Maybe Nika is also good. I mean, a hero that is having high skill damage. And Lei Kuan is bringing AoE. It's not he's having diffused damage. Okay, it's having diffused damage, but still I'm not quite sure infantry as a troop with the most lowest attack in Call of Dragons, this can actually bring big damage on the battlefield. Let's say it like this. Even though I think the draining is going to be the thing that is going to be the game changing from this extra damage this hero is giving. Even though 1.5k is not a bad amount of damage. So obviously this is going to be the spell. Infantry entry, fixed duration HP bonuses generated from infantry units. The second spell is when beside cities or stronghold, the legion get 1% defense and ignore 1% of the enemy attack. Now here is the thing, I really don't like this thing, because right there is raided Rally. Okay, this is Rally, and here we have a garrison. When besieging cities or stronghold, what is okay, it's my fault. Okay, I just googled the word because, you know, English is not my mother language, and some of the words is like, what? I mean, he's a Rally, what do you mean? but still, when besieging cities or strongholds, the Legion get 1% defense and ignore 1% of the enemy attack. Can go up to 5%. It's a nice boost in general. It's not something game changing. Definitely, if you see other heroes' passives, you're going to see big difference from point of what's I mean the boosters. So yeah, this is pure rally spell, because sometimes you see it's riding a rally and in the same time you see that is something like a garden zone or something like this. Anyway, or maybe this didn't happen. Anyway, let's go for over the rest of the spells. Now I don't like that much because the bonuses are not that big. I mean, it's like 5% defense bonus and 5% attack resistance. I mean, if I get this dude here, where's the passives? Look at this: HP bonus 20%, physical attack 10%. I mean, this thing is not that great, and it's not applying for open field fights. So just saying. So the Legion's infantry units get up to 25% HP and takes 10%, can go up to 25% less skill damage. Now finally the game actually start giving to the infantry something to help them not die from the mages, even though 25% reducing the damage is like you're hitting with your Lilia. For example, 10k is going to be 7.5k from now. I mean, 25% is not a joke. This is a pretty decent reduction. On top of that, they have an Ironclad that is reducing the damage up to 8 stacks, in total 40% the range damage. I mean, the game definitely boosts this infantry by a lot, and with this hero 25% reduction the skill damage. This also apply for marksmans, because a marksman's behind is also a great infantry killers. So yeah, this is a very nice spell. HP and reduction, very nice defensive skill. Okay, let's check out this Death Guare passive skill. When hit with a normal attack, the Legion has 15% chance to get 1% HP and deal 1% more damage for 5 seconds. This can go up to 10 stacks, so 10% HP and 10% more damage. Now the percentage is looking low. I mean, this is like a 15% chance, but when you enter with your infantry, you're going to see that like 40 or 50 legions is going to target you. So I think you're going to get these 10 stacks very fast. So and this is just on level 1, can go up to 5%. So in total it's going to be 50% HP bonus, brother, 50%, and the damage bonus can go to 20%. Crazy. This is a very nice spell. The more you hit him, the more he going to receive this buff. And if one legion is hitting per 1 second for 5 seconds, you're definitely going to get easy this up to 50% HP, which is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. This hero is a good for rally. This thing, what I can say, is a good for rally. Great survivability. This is maybe the thing that majority of the people are interested in. Even though that this spell, where it's giving this 15%, is more open field spell, because in the rally there is a very rare case somebody is going to swarm your rally. And yeah, let's see the awakening. Everblaze, skill enhance, comradeship. Comradeship, I guess, is this spell here. Okay, what is the boost here? So it's going to be damage. It's going to go up to 1.7k. This is one of the things, and on top of that, the Hero Legion also gets 20% more counter attack damage for 3 seconds. Now, if every 10 seconds this spell gets triggered, the rage skill, this means in 30% from the time you're going to have this extra 20% more counter attack. So I see for Li Kuan also a future with Goresh. I see a future with Goresh, but also I see great future with Kuma. I think especially the scale with the HP between Lee Kuan and Kuma is just going to be very nice. And this hero have a rally Tamachuri, which here is the thing with the rally for the people who don't know. Where else do we have some rally? I think Syndrome was having some rally. I don't remember who was having rally. Yeah, Syndrome. Now here's the thing. Say this is a normal attack, which is like 0.8%. On this side it's like 1%, but the rally is like 2%, the normal attack then. So most of the things is boosting specifically for rally, but is double the boost. So even the Tama tree can actually support greatly if you decide to actually go with rally. So yeah, Thunder God, definitely need to check it out, some reports and how this bad boy is performing on the battlefield. So far for me it's a new hero, first impression, and let me know in the comments what you think about Lee Kuan and how do you think he's good, not good? Just write it what you think in the comments below. So I guess this will be for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.